Okay. Whoop. Let's see. This was about where I was supposed to be. Black. Da, 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 da. What season? It's going to be impossible to text. But it'll be fine because it's for the look. Static, 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 static. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Da, 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 da. Hey everyone, Allison here, and today we're finally getting to the last and final part of my Edwardian Jester costume, the skirt! Woo! So, didn't really plan on the skirt to take me months, especially since I finished everything for the jacket in September, but that's just how these good things go sometimes. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So generally in the costuming world, skirts are kind of like a basic fun intro into costuming, because you don't have to worry about armholes and trying to fit arms to the body of a bodice. It's, you know, just a couple pieces and you put them together and etc. So the first section of the video is going to focus mainly on putting the skirt together, and then the second part of the video is going to focus on like a fun little historic get ready with me as Jester. That would be kind of fun to try and see if I can incorporate historic makeup with face paint. If you would like to follow along with me, I am gonna link everything that I'm doing in the description, as well as some links to the skirt pattern. I know we discussed this at length in my last video in part 1, but I'm using Butterick's 3418. This is their Edwardian walking skirt pattern. Today I'm going to be doing style B. I love all of these styles. I even thought that I would maybe do style A, just A. And ruffles definitely kind of go with Jester's more like fun aesthetic, but something just about B really appeals to me. I will also link fabric and trim and stuff, so let's get started. I don't know if I'm going to be including all 5 of these. I think I might just go with 4 lines instead of 5, but we'll find out. Depends on how my mental health is going on that day. In order to keep things fun though, I am gonna be cutting this out with these fun scissors. And watch my favorite program, Anne of Green Gables. Here she's reading during geometry, i.e. huge mood, because math and I do not get along. Why do they make pattern pieces go so close together? This has been such a pain to cut out. Okay, so here we have all of the pieces cut out. So we have the back, the side front, and the front, and the waistband. Now it's time to put in the trim marking and sew the main 4 pieces together. So now that I've sewed all of the main skirt pieces together, I'm installing a quick zipper here before I sew on the waistband. So unfortunately, I lost quite a bit of my footage for this whole process, and actually got some bad footage. So I am going to link a much better video on how to sew in a zipper. And then this way you can sew in a zipper more confidently. Also, so Edwardian skirts really didn't have zippers. It was more hook and eye, but I really just wanted to get this project done. That way I could mark Edwardian Jester off my to-do list and, you know, get on to the next project. So I did go in and sew a zipper. But for like a quick little tutorial, first you would just actually baste this little seam here, and then you would pin the zipper down, and then you would replace your normal sewing foot for a zipper foot. And the reason we based this section here is so that it's way easier to unpick it all with a seam ripper than it would be for like a normal seam. Because otherwise we just won't have a functioning zipper, and how we're gonna get our skirt on and off. So now that the zipper is installed, here I am basting the top hem of the skirt. I'm doing this in sections. That way it's way easier to do kind of a small gathering technique on the top of the waistband, more or less a kind of scrunching. Also, so I thought I had footage of this, but for a waistband, basically you would iron it in half before you pin it to the top of the skirt. And then once one side of it you would keep flat, and the other half you would do kind of like a fifth fold over, and this way it'll be much easier to sew that down onto the right side of the skirt. So here we're just kind of pinning everything and smoothing out the gathers, making them a little bit more scrunchy and less like a pleat, because otherwise the skirt won't fit me. Once the waistband and the skirt have been pinned together, and everything's been adjusted accordingly, we can finally put on the waistband. Goes without saying that I've definitely replaced my normal foot for the zipper foot, and I'm just gonna sew this in real quick. Since I don't have a serger, in order to save kind of my seam here between the waistband and the skirt panels, I'm just going to use my pinking shears. It also helps reduce bulk in the waistband, and that's why things aren't just too heavy right there on the waist. To save time later, what I'm doing here is just sewing right sides together, both ends of the waistband. That way I don't have to worry about it later. And then we're just going to flip them inside out real quick. I did also pinking shear those two ends also. Now I'm pinning on the outside. See, here's we are the fifth little fold over, and I'm pinning the waistband to the right sides together again to the outside of the skirt. I did at this point realize that I kind of mucked up the waistband, and you'll see kind of later. Both ends should have been a little bit longer. It does talk about it in the pattern, but guess who sometimes forgets to read the pattern instructions and just kind of goes along with what she thinks should go places. Whoops. So once the waistband has been pinned in place, it's time to sew it down onto the skirt. And then after that, I take out all of the fun basting stitches that we put in. And then recently, I've started to hang up my skirts. This kind of helps to lengthen them as much as I can before I hem them. That way it doesn't get too short or funky or whatever. I learned this from other cosplayers on Instagram, and while I don't know if it really works for wool, I figure, well, it couldn't hurt. So now it's been hung up for at least a couple days. Probably only needed 24 hours, but I ran out of time. And here I'm just doing like a double roll hem. It's about an inch wide. I just am ironing a ½ inch, and then I'm folding it over and then hemming another ½ inch. That way the hem is a total of a full inch. I figured this will help to give me kind of a fun train. You can't really tell anymore where the all of my pin markings are, so I just am gonna have to wing it. So now that everything's been ironed and is nice and pressed, we're officially sewing the hem, and this way the base of the skirt is finally done. Yay! So now that the base skirt is put together, we can get to the fun part, accessorizing. So I've never been a really great hand sewer, so I think this is probably why it took me forever and why I kept ditching this project for months and starting other things, which I know hasn't really been on this channel, but I haven't finished those either because I thought I definitely needed to get back to this project so it can be officially marked off my list. I did, at this point in the week, hit my stride really well and figured out, hand sewing and putting everything down. I'm just doing a simple running stitch because, again, I just wanted this project kind of done. So I just kind of tacked the ribbons in place. Also, pro tip, do not use your non-dominant hand because it won't help you get into your stride. Here I'm using my dominant hand. What's up, baby? Okay.
You're in my memories. You walk among them. If there's anything you don't want me to see, just imagine a door and close it. I won't look. Oh, there's a door just there. You might want to. Oh, I see several.
Are they gonna be nice?
To walk among the memories of another living soul. Do you ever get used to this? I don't make a habit of it.
Okay.
How can you resist? What age?
At the beginning of this project, I definitely thought I was going to get to the magic pattern number of 5, but maybe top out at 4. But then decided, whatever I'm feeling by the end of the project, that's what the magic line number is going to be. So because I really wanted to get this project done and off my list and have one less 2020 thing to worry about, I got 2 or 3 lines of trim and decided to call it good enough. Here I'm just kind of tying off the last little bit of thread. That way it's more secure. But yeah, didn't realize that working on this pretty much day and night while also working full time was going to tire me out. But it did. And now we have a skirt. the jacket and the skirt together. Woo! Try and wrap this up quick because I don't even know how much of that was focused, and it's a little toasty in here right now. Probably should turn on a fan or something, but I'm sweaty and all of this will kind of final thoughts. Definitely wearing contacts next time I put on this outfit. Overall, I'm extremely pleased with how the jacket and the skirt look and how they all look together. I'm so happy right now. Unfortunately, with this hat, I couldn't, like, I can't wear hats and jester horns apparently, otherwise it just looks funky. But also, I'm very quickly running out of time because my battery is draining fast. And hopefully I'll be able to upload this all soon. That way it doesn't take too long for you guys to get it. But also, I don't know, I kind of don't want to take this off even though I'm very sweaty. So if you guys want to be twinsies, let me know. And if you do decide to do historical critical role, also let me know. I'm thinking for next in my historical jester series, because so far I've done definitely early 20th century, because I have like 50s goth jester, I have 20s jester, now I have Edwardian period jester, and I also have Regency era jester. I'm thinking about finally doing 1830s or early hiccups, early Victorian jester. There's a pattern that Butterick has that is the same as what you see in ITV, Victoria's, what she wears in season 1, and I have, well, curtain. I have fabric that's a really nice brocade that should work with that for that costume, and so therefore I can be both young Victoria and Queen Jester, Victorian period. So it's going to be kind of fun that way. Also, so I've never really quite explained this on this channel, but the whole reason why I kind of started historical jester is someone who I've become friends with through the Critical Role Facebook group, and now on Instagram, drew designs for Regency era jester, and I realized that I had a dress that really works for the Regency era, as long as there's a jacket to cover up the top bit, because it's very modern. But definitely the skirt is pretty much the exact same as what I think it's Lydia or Kitty. I can never keep track of the younger Bennett sisters in Pride and Prejudice, but she wears this Indian print that looks remarkably similar, if not the same, as my it's like a really old Navy dress that's like a maxi dress, and so it's sort of Regency appropriate. And then it's kind of snowballed from there, but he's doing some like 1780s, 18th century curl girl, so I might do 1780s Jester, because Brunswicks are basically the same as like level 10 Jester, except with sleeves. So I might try and do that, because so we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. I've looked up so many different ways on how to make Brunswicks, and apparently they're very few and far between, so definitely something that will be needing a YouTube video for that. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good day, and if not, hopefully this video makes your day a little bit better. And love you guys. Bye. Turn off, off. Gosh dang it.